Hello, I'm Jacob Russell here for the Lone Star Conference, and welcome to Day 2 of the Cameron Aggies Week. Today, Sports Information Graduate Assistant Amanda Cantu sits down with Athletic Director Jim Jackson to discuss everything from Cameron tradition to the Lone Star Conference's organizational values.
How does Cameron get involved in the community?
We think it's important to instill community service aspect within our student athletes and our coaches. And so every year we perform at least 2,500 community service hours from our department, giving back to the community. We ask for their support, and so we want to support them. So then when our student athletes go out with their degree and they move to a town and they establish themselves in their community, they understand the importance of making that community better by giving something back.
Can you talk a little bit about the tradition within Cameron?
Well, I think that's one of the traditions. You know, Cameron was founded in 1908, so a few years ago we celebrated our centennial, and so we have a lot of athletic tradition just over the years. We won I think 9 national championships throughout the years. We used to have a football program here that was very strong. We used to be the national champions in riflery, and so over the years our athletic programs have been strong. They continue to be strong. We're getting back now that we're NCAA Division II, which we made that transition in the 90s. We're getting back to that level. And we're taking those traditions with us.
Can you talk a little bit about what role you think the Lone Star Conference plays in developing values in your student athletes?
Well, I think the Lone Star Conference as a conference has really come and has really started impressing and making that a priority to instill those core values. And I think being aligned with a conference and a strong conference, you keep hearing that, and it keeps being reinforced to your student athletes and your staff. And so just having that affiliation and the Lone Star Conference leading that charge.
What does it mean for Cameron to be a part of the Lone Star Conference?
Well, the Lone Star is very strong, and of course we're the only Oklahoma school in there, and everybody knows about the rivalry of Texas and Oklahoma, and I think it even continues in our conference, and you can see that. However, I think that every school, the 11 schools in the Lone Star Conference, are quality educational institutions, and I think that's number one is the most important factor is the educational value at all of the Lone Star Conference schools. And so we'd like to affiliate ourselves and align ourselves with the Texas schools and Eastern New Mexico. We're very pleased with that relationship, and we feel like that they've got the cream of the crop out of Oklahoma.
Which of the conference's core values stands out the most to you? They list integrity, tradition, community, academics, respect, and commitment.
Well, as part of being an athletic administrator, and I sat in on meetings when we developed those core values, but by far the very first one you said, integrity, stands out to me. And it all comes back to integrity. Doing the right thing all the time, not just when it's convenient for you or when it makes you look good, but doing the right thing all the time, no matter about what the consequences are. And so I think integrity, if our kids can leave Cameron with their degree and have that sense of integrity to be good citizens, then we've really accomplished something.
And just in closing, what would you say is the best part of being in the Lone Star Conference?
Oh, the fellowship, the friendships you make. It's interesting to see, everybody is so tough competitors on the floor, on the field. But it's interesting to see the interaction of the student athletes after the games and them hugging and shaking hands and sincerely have become friends, as well as the coaches. And so I think just the camaraderie and also having a strong commitment to the conference itself, and that just really stands out to me.
Okay,
thank you, Mr. Jackson and Amanda, for a look into what it means to really be a part of the Lone Star Conference. Tune in tomorrow as we continue Cameron Aggies Week with a look into the women's basketball program with head coach Tom Webb and senior forward Sibel Diata.